Live. Hello. Right, let me just chat back. Can't seem to play this for some.
I mean, it's clear. There's no other way that you would. Slowly lumbering up. Within 35 seconds, it's at 10 miles altitude, which is higher than any commercial jet. 52,000 feet.
Hello?
Right? So it's already hard to believe at this point. And then, as we know, it's going to go up, and it's going to, as we said, start to level off.
Am I live?
Flying horizontal with the ground. But again, if you watch this thing just lies to you. Just completely and totally lies to you and tells you this thing. Look how fast this thing is saying that it's rising. It's rising a mile or 2 miles.
Yeah, we're back, guys. All right. Sorry about that.
It's like 3 miles a second. And
unbelievable.
Now this is leveled off. This is now flying down. Okay, it's no longer gaining altitude, but look at the altitude.
Hey, FPV, how you doing, Martin?
41,
Logical.
42, 40. It's going down. 44, 46. This is heading down.
See, there it is. Now it's already going down.
Yeah, hold a pencil. I mean, there's no...
Yeah.
Looking at this from any angle, it cannot be going up. That's not what it would look
the
like.
thing is that, and I'm going to play the devil's advocate
Please.
or something like that. I always listen to you guys
What is
saying
that in Spanish,
that word.
Bro? Is it Diablo?
Abogado, yes, abogado, lawyer of the devil. But the thing
Right,
is,
we're back now. Sure,
so,
right now.
leave just the idea that now is not going down, but at least it's horizontal.
At least. Okay.
No, it's going down. You hold a straight edge, right? Hold a straight edge on your screen right now, in the middle of that rocket and in the middle of that flame, right? It is going down, not horizontal, going downwards.
At least it's going away, right? Horizontal.
Yes, it's just in the straight path.
Yeah,
to
that's
the
what that
horizon.
Chinese missile that you show, right?
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. My internet went down for like, I don't know, 5 minutes or something. I don't know if they're fixing something or something. I don't know. But
Two angles, and
I'll
you
give
can
you
see
that.
it's
a bit
going
annoying.
away.
But
I'll give you
It's
that.
going
So then-
away
Well,
straight
until
line.
it's out of sight, and then
Just
it falls
that.
into the the missile graveyard in the ocean.
Yeah.
I'll give you that, but it is
Eventually,
not
yeah.
rising at basically
no, look at
1
that.
mile per second. It's just not. And again, this is just a lie. I mean, they have it set basically. Look at they can have it set to rise. Look at it's actually going exactly.
That's a
in order.
widget that you program, right?
Yeah, it's just
I think
easy. Yeah, it's just simple. And then it can just
No,
get a little bit
that's very
faster.
difficult to do, man.
Oh, so difficult.
Yeah, look at that graphic. It's so futuristic. It's
Oh.
impossible to human do that.
So,
No, you can tell it's connected to all their machines, right? The sensors, real time.
Oh, and that just jumped 4 miles. So now we've got 70 miles in altitude. I mean, people need to think of how
Ridiculous.
far.
Literally
70
coming down, and
miles
the altimeter's
You can
going up,
barely see an
and it's literally
airplane
coming
at 5
downwards.
miles,
Right.
And this is 75
Yeah.
miles.
Nonsense.
For seeing this.
It's jumping 3 miles. That just jumped there. Did you see that?
Shouldn't it get to 17,000 miles an hour at some point, or does it do that?
Carlos Pagan. Carlos
Well, it's
Pagan.
supposed to
How was
go
that? Is that
faster
miles
than
or
that
kil-
to get
it's
away
miles,
from Earth,
right?
isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, the escape velocity. So it's either it's falling later, it can go horizontally for a while, but it's definitely not going up.
No. And again, I don't know
and
how
if
to
it-
explain
yeah.
it better to people that if you take a pencil and you hold it up above your head and out in front of you, start to angle it where the pencil is pointed up, where the pencil is pointed down, where the pencil is pointed away from you, and clearly when you get that angle is when the pencil is pointed down. Okay, if it's pointed, it may be horizontal, maybe like Ira said, maybe horizontal, but if you point it up, you get the underside of you don't get that side of the craft.
Yeah.
It-
I mean, you see with the clouds, right? As the clouds go away from you, you see them flat from the bottom, lowering towards the horizon. You don't see them spinning or turning.
And then they show you this, and I'm sure Carlos thinks this is real. Why? Because the thing is, it's going away from you because of perspective, and this is the next
I
view
mean,
you get.
Can you just compare that to an ISS picture? Because it already looks like what it looks like from the ISS. It's like, what's the difference?
Yeah, it's
It
just
looks
the
like they're
same.
using the same backdrop.
And they're again 225 miles, and you can keep watching these things just jumping. But again, it's supposedly flying up in the sky.
Oh,
what
they
was
put a
that?
lot of their ice particles in this one too.
Oh,
Kinda...
that's another thing. I think it's on this screen. Is it on this one or? I had a screen up yesterday where see all these little fragments flying. They were flying even in the other screen. Hopefully it's on this one. I'll show you if it comes up. It was like basically just telling you that it's all bullshit. But again, people can believe whatever they want. Carlos, if you want to believe it,
They're
believe it all you
flying
want.
almost like back towards the camera or something sometimes. That would be impossible, but kind of looks like that. Who knows how kind of they layered this in their CGI program? It looks really fake.
So I don't know if you can see these little pixels that are showing up. They're like little.
I don't see a fake really in terms of my eyes. I just see
Hey, welcome back, Peter.
missile to maybe
Yeah, my internet
25,
went out for
30
5 minutes for
kilometers
some
up in
reason.
the sky, going
I
in a
don't know
straight
why,
path
but
with a
it
fisheye
happened
lens.
not
It's
last
nothing
time, the
fake.
time before.
The thing is
The
fake
internet
is
just
that
went out, but I
they
was at
don't
the end
show
of the show,
complete,
so
flight of the rocket.
it didn't really
You
matter.
know, they
Comparing this to
The thing that's
to
fake is
the
their story.
rockets, you know,
No, maybe-
the sounding rockets, you know, they go up and they go fast, and they don't get all this ice. That's what I'm just questioning why all this stuff that you don't. Do you see this all the time? This much of it? It just looks slightly different.
Well,
Oh,
real quick,
but you can argue that maybe the condensation, because this rocket has more fuel and it's more heat, accumulate more heat, and maybe when you go up there, the temperatures are really low. So you can have condensation, whatever. You have in the first step condensation, and then that condensation get freeze. Okay, the thing is,
But
maybe it's
300
not right.
miles.
Maybe
300
it's
miles
not.
would be, inside that layer that. I mean, of course. So you said 20 miles, right? You said something.
Yeah, a little more, maybe 30 miles. And you can maybe see that behavior in the gas house spread, which is something that spreads very in a spherical pattern, like there is no pressure there to keep it, more in the jet stream way. But
There
the
are
fact
examples
is,
of missiles doing that, right? A spreading
Yes.
pattern.
let me point
Okay.
this out real quick, and then you can go back to. Do you see how it's like breaking pixels here? Like you'll see these little squares. I was trying to pause it on one, but you'll see them flash across the screen. It's like, oh, the feed is breaking up, and it's getting. You'll see it here in a second. There's like these little square pixels. You have to tell me what they are. I'll see if I can pause on one. But I think it's hilarious that they're showing these little broken pixels here, and then the next screen is their logo screen, but the broken pixels are still there. Okay, see right here, Hiro?
yes, that compression thing.
Okay, so then see again, and then you can keep pausing it, and there'll be more and more of these. It keeps happening, right? So you just saw one over here. I'm playing it in slow.
Mhm.
Okay, broken pixels, compression, whatever you want to call it. Here it is more. Here's a big one right there. Here's some out here. Okay, so see those squares, the little black and white squares are appearing over here a lot. I'm sure everybody can see them. In a second, you're going to see it switch to their logo screen. And why would there be compression issues on the logo screen? What would be the possible reason for that?
No, well, we don't know the source of the transmission, so maybe they are.
Hey, welcome
receiving
back,
info
Laura.
Computer. The computer take it from. It's like, for example, I don't know.
My
Maybe
internet went down for some
let me
reason.
just explain with example on StreamYard. I am using the
Just for
data
5
from
minutes and then
StreamYard
magically
to,
come back on.
replicate and resend it to YouTube via OBS. So on the logo.
Something to do with
StreamYard,
rocket
I
launches,
could have,
FPV.
compression, pixelation in the logo of the StreamYard in this case. The thing is that, for example, even in the NASA logo could have, patches of bad compression. So I never upload a video from the ISS with compression errors, because that things happen. That is not a direct confirmation of that they are faking it in some studio. That things happen all the time.
The compression error doesn't happen on the launch. It's only happening here.
Thank you,
on the
Marlene.
supposed
Yeah, my
video
internet went
space.
down.
It
They
could
are
be
very
close for
far
this as
away to the antenna. They can say
You must
that.
know I'm live.
I am not. I'm still a predator, guys.
Yeah, but see, the screen is
The
frozen.
thing is that
the screen is frozen.
they can use any argument for that kind of thing.
Yeah,
you know?
but
One
bullshit. I
question:
don't
Do you
believe
think
it.
this is a live feed, Sorry.
Well, that is the question, and then I mentioned that maybe this was recorded and then creating that in some in any not in some
Hold
in
on,
any compositing software, because we don't have any proof that they are live. For me, it's more easy, and I say that
It's loads.
many
I've got
times
loads there.
before. Like it's more easy to send a rocket, film real footage, and then use it and combine it with a picture of the rocket or some animation of the rocket. But for me, this guy have the technology to film that. It's not that doesn't prove anything.
No.
That is a rocket in the upper
You know what,
atmosphere.
though?
But I
Nothing more.
Don't you find it a little bit strange though, Iru? Like when you see the video from like the view that we were just watching, it's always with like the Earth below the rocket. Like you never can see. It's never any other view, and then the rocket's not spinning at all. Like not even a little bit. You would think that if it was a rocket, that there would be some sort of natural rotation as it's turning, but it seems to stay in one position.
But nothing tell me that this is a heliocentric model, and that image is a real-time live feed.
Correct. I just think that it's obvious to me that they try and make it look very. I think they add these compression effects. I don't think there are any compression effects. I don't think it's anything, because you wouldn't have compression effects that accidentally leak over the logo. But here's one thing I could do. I could add little squares on my live stream.
Slow. Yeah, but the internet went down slow. I don't know why.
Pretend like my live stream has compression effects, and the way
it come back on off 5 minutes.
When I accidentally put up
went off 5 minutes.
The title
come back
of today's
on.
show, right? If I switched right now to this screen, and all of a sudden you saw the compression effects happening on this piece, you would know that I've faked those compression effects, because it's clearly not
a layer.
It's clearly not. If they're showing, it's layers. I mean, it's clear. There's no other way that you would. Oh, we're in space, and now it's a difficult video, and now there's compression effects, and then show me the logo, and then the logo has compression effects. Why?
How many satellites are...
Oh my lord, did you see that? That was hilarious. Look at all this. These are meant to be satellites. As if we wouldn't be able to observe none of these.
How many satellites are orbiting Earth in 2024? Have you ever wondered about the sheer number of these technological marvels circling our planet? Did you know there are over 9,900 active satellites orbiting Earth as of 2024? These satellites play crucial roles in communication, weather forecasting, navigation, and even scientific research. As of early 2024, there are approximately 9,900 active satellites in orbit. This staggering number reflects the rapid advancements in space technology and the increasing reliance on satellite data for various applications. And mega constellations like SpaceX's Starlink, which alone operates over 4,000 satellites. Satellites are positioned in various orbits: low Earth orbit, medium Earth orbit, and geostationary orbit. Low Earth orbit hosts about 84% of satellites, including communications and Earth observation satellites, while geostationary orbit, with 12%, is home to many telecommunications satellites that appear stationary from Earth. The number of satellites orbiting Earth is rapidly increasing, transforming our world and presenting new challenges. If you found this exploration fascinating, there's so much more to discover about these marvels.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you can Google, research all you want to on satellites, and you'll get all these different videos of how many's up there, but I just showed you the most recent one that I could find for 2024. It says there's 9,900 satellites orbiting the Earth, but it also says that 84% of those are in low Earth orbit.
As of early 2024, there are approximately 9,900 active satellites in orbit.
Remembering that 84% of those satellites are supposedly in low Earth orbit,
low Earth orbit hosts about 84% of satellites, including communications and Earth observation satellites.
Okay, now 84%
Bullshit.
of those 9,900 satellites are in low Earth orbit. So what's 84% of 9,900? 8,316 satellites supposedly in low Earth orbit. You know what else is supposed to be in low Earth orbit? The ISS. So let's take a look at some of the most recent supposedly spacewalks from the ISS.
They debunk
And I want you to
themselves.
notice in the
These NASA clowns, they actually debunk themselves. They really do. It's hilarious to see. Where are these 8,300 and something satellites? I can't see not a single one of them.
background of all these supposed spacewalk videos, where's all those 8,316 satellites in low
One.
Earth orbit with
One?
it? You don't see them anywhere.
Can't you see even one of them?
Anywhere. Let's just have a look at some of these real quick.
Clowns. Absolute clowns.
Now, if
One,
these
look.
spacewalks were real, you'd be looking at, what, almost 1/3 of the supposed spinning ball Earth right now. But you don't see no satellites in this low Earth orbit with this supposed ISS. Oh, let me guess. They're all on the other side of the ball right now, right? You can keep watching and keep watching, but you're never going to find one in any of these NASA videos. And I'm just showing you a few. You could go on their website and look at all of them. Look at this right here. Where's all those satellites at? Notice no satellites, not a one floating around anywhere. But there's supposed to be 8,316 of them supposedly be right here in this low Earth orbit with this ISS. But not a one, nowhere in sight. But this is what they show us right here. This is what they show us right here.
Sorry.
But this is what we see.
It's ridiculous.
Nothing, nada, zero satellites.
Literally debunk themselves. They're idiots. Complete idiots. Alright, what should we watch? Do you want to watch some spooky stuff? This is underbelly. He's right underbelly. Time.
But yeah, that was the tragic story of my my bringing down of my dearest Lydia. Oh my! The fuck was that? Come Elvis. Elvis, let go of my headphones. Dude, the light, you just turned it off and it went back on? What the fuck?
Nah, I'm not buying this one. What else you got for us? Belly.
Sorry, guys.
This eerie footage of this black figure was captured at this prison in Brazil. Now, the staff were so spooked by seeing this that they actually thought that this was a prisoner trying to escape, and they sounded the alarm. But afterwards, the state prison authority in Brazil stated that they denied that this was a ghost that was caught. They said it was simply some sort of shadow. Now, given that the prisoners in this jail have said that where this shadow is coming from is where prisoners have hanged themselves. So, what do you think?
A cat or something? Pulled up the wall there. I know.
While flying over the coastline on a beautiful sunny day, a person records a mysterious structure that might actually change everything we
back a
thought
sec,
we
guys.
knew about this world. And it might actually unravel ancient ruins and pyramids that were found underneath the surface of the ocean that are possibly older than any other civilization that ever existed. Not only that, there's possibly a huge cover-up to hide the existence of these ancient ruins. From mysterious places that defy common sense, to unexplained alien-like structures and underwater ancient ruins, in this video we'll be taking a look at the most mysterious places that should not exist. Are you guys ready? Well, let's go. Now, when it comes to mysterious places on this planet, the ocean is full of them. The only problem is that usually recording these locations is often nearly impossible due to the harsh, unforgiving conditions. Now, given that we've only explored about 20% of the ocean, there's so much about it that we don't know. Stories of underwater civilizations such as Atlantis, or alien-like creatures that inhabit our lakes and oceans, spark endless speculations about what really hides deep within our planet.
Okay. What is that, bud? What the heck? What is that, bud? I have no clue. Wow, they're videotaping it as well, hey? Yeah, look at that. What the heck?
What is this?
On October 8th, an internet account by the name of Pasalo65 was flying over the Gulf of Mexico when all of a sudden he spots this massive structure under the surface of the ocean. He does what most people would do, he gets his camera and begins recording this mysterious structure, and this is what he saw. While flying over the Gulf of Mexico, Pasalo 65 spots what appears to be a pyramid-shaped structure just off the coast of Yucatan. After posting the video to TikTok, it amasses millions of views and thousands of comments, and some people think that this is just an optical illusion. However, if we decrease the saturation and increase the contrast of the video, we can clearly see that it's not just one pyramid that we're looking at. It seems as if there are more pyramid-shaped structures, and most internet users seem to agree. Now, whatever's going on here, this does not look like a coincidence or an optical illusion. So I started researching the topic, and I came across several articles that state that in 2001, a team of explorers that were working off the coast of Cuba came across sunken pyramids that they supposedly found using sophisticated sonar equipment. Strange, isn't it? But here are things take an even stranger turn. Paulina Zelinsky and her husband, which were part of this team of explorers, stated that these pyramids were about 6,000 years old, which would be older than the Egyptian pyramids, and if this is the case, it would possibly change everything we thought we knew about the past. Not only that, they also hypothesized that there was a land bridge between Cuba and the Yucatan Peninsula, which makes us wonder if there's a huge complex of underwater ruins that remain untouched in the Gulf of Mexico. Now, if all of this weren't strange enough, it gets even stranger. These team of explorers were featured in many different websites on December 2001, and after that, it goes silent. There is absolutely no information, no follow-up, nothing. It's as if this team of explorers never existed. In other words, it could be fake, or it was covered up for some mysterious reason. Now, this wouldn't be the first time a pyramid is discovered under the ocean. In 1987, divers discovered a mysterious rock formation off the coast of Yonaguni in Japan. With its stepped terraces, sharp angles, and flat surfaces, this strange structure led many to believe it could be the remains of an ancient man-made city, possibly 5,000 years old. However, to this day, the true origin of the Yonaguni monument remains a mystery. Some think it's a natural geological formation, while others debate that it could be the remains of a lost civilization. But it doesn't stop there. In 2007, researchers discovered a mysterious stone formation at the bottom of Lake Michigan, now referred to as the Lake Michigan Stonehenge. With its large arranged stone resembling the famous Stonehenge in England, this underwater structure led many to speculate about its origin. Among the stones is one with an ancient carving of a mastodon, suggesting that it could date back over 10,000 years. To this day, the true purpose of the Lake Michigan Stonehenge remains unclear, sparking debates about whether it's a natural formation or evidence of an ancient, forgotten civilization. It seems the deeper we go into this mystery, the more we get closer to the idea of an ancient lost civilization, one that could resemble the stories of Atlantis. Now, according to Plato, Atlantis was highly advanced and may have existed about 10 to 11,000 years ago, and at some point in time was swallowed into the sea following a battle that led to its disappearance. Now, what boggles several researchers and experts is that the ocean is so vast that an entire civilization could still be hiding within its waters. In 1991, a mysterious sound coined the upsweep was recorded by researchers, and to this day, no one has an idea of what it could be. The sound was recorded somewhere in the Pacific Ocean, and to this day, no one has any idea of its origin. This, for instance, is the same sound sped up 16 times. Check this out.
Why'd you want
There
to
was
speed it
also
up
one
16
recorded in
times?
1997 coined the bloop. Now, these unexplained sounds and mysterious ocean phenomena spark several speculations that range from an advanced civilization inhabiting the sea to unknown creatures lurking in the depths or even secret underwater bases. But I want to know your take. Do you think that Pasalo 65's video and the mysterious discovery of these underwater pyramids in Cuba could help prove the existence of an ancient civilization that once existed in the Gulf of Mexico? And could this somehow be connected to the myth of Atlantis? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Now, when it comes to mysterious places, there's quite a few that remain completely unexplained to this day. And this would be the case with this mysterious door that was recently found hanging from a mountain in the outskirts of Jinan in China. In the video, we can see a massive door that appears to have been built on top of a mountain for unknown purposes. The construction itself seems quite impossible, and for obvious reasons, these videos spark the curiosity of the entire internet. Questions like who built it, what was it used for, and what's inside are some that come to mind. Speculations ranged from an abandoned bunker to a secret base, but the true origin of this door remains a mystery. To this moment, no one has ever flown a drone inside, mostly because it will lose signal. And no one ever climbed it because it's way too high and dangerous. But if there's any update on this mystery, I'll be sure to let you guys know. In 1974, a group of miners in Donetsk stumbled upon a peculiar artifact buried deep underground. A wheel-like structure estimated to be around 300 million years old. This strange find, embedded in a layer of coal, perplexed researchers as it suggests an advanced design, highly unusual for a time when no human civilization or even basic terrestrial life should have existed. The miners initially tried to remove the wheel using pick hammers, but the sandstone it was imprinted on was incredibly hard. Fearing that they would damage the print, they decided to leave it in place and instead photographed it. The Donetsk wheel has become one of the most mysterious discoveries, leaving experts divided. Was it a natural formation mimicking human design, or does it hint at an unknown ancient technology from a lost age?
100%. They can't put an date on it, can they?
In 2011, locals in the North Caucasus Mountains in Kabardino-Balkaria stumbled upon the entrance to a hidden cave within the Karakora mountain range. This underground shaft leads to a cave system that features walls that are unnaturally smooth and precise, as if crafted by someone or something.
More likely someone.
Speleologists, including Arthur Zimukov, were amongst the first to explore the cave. Arthur and his team uncover a 40-meter descent into a vast hall with perfectly aligned megalithic walls, reaching a total depth of 100 meters. This, for instance, is a sketch of how the cave looks. Doesn't look like a cave at all, does it? Now get this, within the hall, tunnels of various sizes branch off, and a peculiar floating megalith appears almost suspended in air. Not only that, Arthur and the other explorers noted a strange airflow from the bottom of the cave, as if it functioned as some sort of ventilation shaft. Now here's where things take a very strange turn. The next day after discovering the cave, Arthur Zimukov tragically died in a car accident. Year after year, the entire team that had discovered this cave began dying from mysterious illnesses, leading several people to speculate there was something very eerie about this discovery. Now, to make things even more mysterious, there are several legends that locals tell of an underground city that exists in this region. Some believe it's possibly the entrance to Shambhala, while others speculate that this is some sort of advanced construction that leads to an even deeper level. Now in 2018, Alexander Splashnov also finds this hidden entrance in the Karakora mountain range and posts several pictures to his social media. In these pictures we can get a better idea of the depth of this cave and how smooth and perfectly aligned the megalithic walls are, giving us the impression that this is not naturally made. But the question is, if so, who made it, how deep does it go, and what was it made for? Just a couple of weeks ago, a video went viral all over the internet of what appears to be a group of archaeologists uncovering a mysterious structure somewhere in China. It appears as if they were building a road and came across this mysterious structure. Now there's one tiny detail about this video that caught a lot of attention, and that would be the fact that whatever this structure is, it looks as if the doors and windows are too small for human beings. And because of that, loads of people started suggesting that this is possibly a structure built for duendes, fairies, or gnomes.
Vean, muchachos, vean, los que no crean en los duendes, vean. Vean un duende, vean.
Now unfortunately, there's not much information about this video. Some people believe it to be the roof.
Come on. What's this?
Now unfortunately, there's not much information about this video. Some people believe it to be the roof of a structure, while others think that this is something else entirely, and that there's another side of the story to our ancient past that's been totally covered up. As you may already know, our past is filled with stories and myths of giants, gnomes, fairies, and tiny humanoid creatures that may have inhabited Earth at some point in the past.
The little people that live under the earth and take care of the earth make sure that the rivers flow and the grass to grow and the trees.
They say if you ever find a spring, just get your water and go.
You ain't jiving with your dad now.
It's not for you to hang around, so you just go. Because those little people, they protect those spots. They're not for people to...
It's Halloween, so I thought I'd put something a bit different on.
Around if you stay there too long.
Just for the last...
Some of the tribes have similar stories and similar beliefs, and that's what I've heard, that's what I've seen and experienced myself, so...
Now, even though certain cultures and tribes take these stories very seriously, in our modern world, these stories are just myths. But if you start researching about the topic of giants or small humanoid beings, we'll come across several ancient structures that may actually prove that something else happened in the past.
That's kind of weird, wasn't it?
And I guess that one of the most mysterious places when it comes to these ancient constructions is Peru.
Esta arquitectura no se ve en ninguna parte de Perú y según científicos del mundo.
Located in the district of Huánuco in Peru lies the archaeological site of Aquimarca, an ancient ruin that stands out for its peculiar miniature structures unlike any other found in the entire country. Believed to have been built by the Chupachu civilization during the pre-Inca era, these small stone constructions have sparked legends of duendes, or in other words, very small humanoid beings that may have inhabited the region. Now, even though in today's world the legend of duendes is often dismissed as a myth, there are certain things about this ancient structure that makes us wonder whether there might be more to our distant past than we've been led to believe.
Contexto arqueológico conocido o similar como esto. Mira la calle, ¿no? Letal, mira. De dos aguas.
Dos aguas. Esto no hay.
Se dice que se crea en Europa. 3000 años antes cualquier civilización. Y también los alares, o sea, esto. Las protecciones.
Los voladitos, los voladizos.
Claro,
¿No? Ahí están, miren.
Y alguien la tiene.
Y las rocas son perfectas, son hermosas, ¿no? Miren, son. Miren.
Si tú mides.
Lajas. Mejor que lajas.
Con esto, tal cual.
Todo es exacto.
Preciso.
The more we look into this ancient structure built somewhere around 5 to 10,000 years ago, the more it becomes clear that whomever or whatever built this, it made sure that all the windows, doors, and passageways were perfectly aligned and measured the same distance.
Interesante que viendo mis videos, como estuve aquí no me percaté, pero como vi mi video, me percaté de este agujero. Mira, esto no es que se sale una piedra, este agujero atrás.
Se conecta también.
Pero no por acá, o sea, por acá.
Por la parte alta.
Ductos pequeños dentro de las fachadas. Ductos pequeños dentro de las fachadas, aparte de los ductos grandes. O sea, este lugar, y de la T también te quiero mencionar algo.
Sí.
Vamos a la T.
Hay varias por acá.
Que sea esta T, ¿no? Por de esta T.
Now what makes all of this very strange is that there are tiny air ducts that were perfectly built into the structure, and they run from one side to the other, making this a very detailed miniature structure. If we take into consideration that this was built 5 to 10,000 years ago, it actually makes us wonder, who built this and what for? To make things even stranger, in another video, YouTuber Trujillo Explorador checks the structure for electromagnetic anomalies, and this is what he finds.
0. Ay, aquí. Mira. Una piedra. 300. Tienes de electromagnetismo.
Strange, isn't it? But the deeper we go into this topic, the stranger it becomes. Stories of duendes and smaller humanoid beings can be found all over the world. And alongside with these stories, we'll usually find structures that suggest that something happened in the distant past, something that we have little to no knowledge about.
Crazy.
Miren, no entiendo cómo es posible que esta roca está sosteniéndose.
This, for instance, is another very different miniature city found somewhere in Peru. Located in eastern Mesopotamia is the village of Makunik, a place where houses are built to be 1 meter in height and where archaeologists once uncovered 25-centimeter mummies, sparking the theory that this ancient city was once inhabited by dwarfs. These and many more ancient ruins makes us wonder what really happened in the past. But I want to know your take. Do you think that duendes or smaller humanoid beings may have inhabited Earth at some point in time?
Hey, es un duendecito, Brian.
How do you know that's a goblin?
Mira, no. Ven para acá.
And what do you think these ancient structures were used for? Do you think that they may actually help prove the existence of such beings? Or do you think that there's something else going on here? What's your take?
Oh, come on.
The Mojave Desert, with its vast arid landscape and endless horizons, has long captivated the imaginations of explorers and wanderers alike. Known for its extreme temperatures and remote, almost alien-like terrain, the Mojave is more than just a barren wasteland. It's a place of eerie beauty and hidden secrets.
It's just a bloke with a
Tales
rug
of
around
lost
him.
civilizations and unexplained disappearances to sightings of strange lights zones. This desert holds a reputation as one of the most mysterious places in North America.
Caves like that.
Now, just so you have an idea, on November 2014, a YouTuber known as Kenny Veach set off on one of his last hikes to find what he believed to be a supernatural cave located in the Mojave Desert.
I'm looking for a cave that I found, and something about that cave just spooked me out of all the caves that I've ever gone in. This one just made my body vibrate. It's shaped like a big M. It's a big cave that looks just like a gigantic M.
Now, there's a really good chance that you may already know about Kenny Veach and the infamous M Cave. And this is not the story I'm going to be featuring right now, but I think it's a very important piece of information when it comes to unexplained disappearances and unsolved mysteries in the Mojave Desert. Now, Kenny Veach was an adventurer and experienced hiker, and for unknown reasons, he disappeared on November 10th, 2014, after uploading a video to YouTube stating that he had found this mysterious cave in the Mojave Desert.
My eyes peeled because I don't want to pass it. You know? And then there's caves like that, you know.
The cave was said to emit a strange, pulsating vibration that caused intense fear and disorientation to anyone who approached it. To this day, neither Kenny Veach nor the infamous M Cave have ever been found, leaving the mystery unsolved. Now, just recently, a YouTuber by the name of Aquachigger ventured into the Mojave Desert to have an experience of his own. And it was on a sunny day that he almost found himself in a very difficult situation. This is what happened.
There's a really good reason not to drive around late at night out here. To drive down this little road, and looky where it ends. Can you imagine? I wonder if there's any cars down there, man. I'm gonna have to get a rock to throw down there for you. Are you ready? Listen. Yeah, I don't know if you could hear that very well, but the first one I threw in there went clatter, 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 splash. So even though we're way up here in the desert, very dry, at least, I don't know, I'd say, God, we gotta be 500 feet above the desert floor at least. There's water down less than 100 feet. Hey, look, there's another mine over there. We're gonna check that out. That's a big trash pile. We're gonna go check it out.
While
too.
driving on the desert, Aquachigger stops his car just a few meters away from one of the many abandoned mines in the Mojave Desert. It is said that hundreds of hikers that have gone missing in this region may have actually fallen into one of these mines. And if Aquachigger hadn't been paying attention, he would be in deep trouble.
Don't worry, I'm not going in it by myself. Look at that incline. That is awesome. There's a rock down there. Whether or not we could actually get in it. Man, I'd love to go down in there though. Ready? Yeah, it went down a ways, probably 7,500 feet. Look around over here a little bit, see what we got. These are all pads where they had buildings and stuff to get the ore up out of there. Not sure what that is. Gold something. I don't see a date though, unfortunately.
Most of these mines were built during the California Gold Rush in the late 1800s or early 1900s. At the time, prospectors were looking for gold, silver, and other valuable minerals. However, many of these mines were quickly abandoned when resources were depleted or when mining operations became too costly or unprofitable.
I was doing a little research and I came across this air base. You see, it goes down through there, down to there, and on the ends of these there's something weird. I can't tell what it is. I'm just looking at it from Google Earth, and this is the airstrip. There's something really weird looking way out there.
While looking through Google Earth, Aquachigger finds what's supposed to be an abandoned airstrip from the 1950s. And in the end of it, there's something really odd, something that he can't quite explain by looking at Google Earth. So he drives a few miles to find out, and this is what he saw.
Oh, okay, so this is concrete. I think the rest of the runway was steel mats. Oh yeah, that's right. They had like spokes going off of these things. The end of it here is really kind of strange looking. That's what we're looking at, is the spokes. I'm gonna get out for a minute and just kind of look around a little bit, and then we're gonna take a road, hopefully up that direction. There's a hood. Something weird off to our side we're gonna go look at.
Aqua Chigger gets out of his car to look at this bizarre structure that he had found through Google Earth.
They built it for water, I guess.
He walks towards this mysterious structure that was built in the middle of the Mojave Desert. It actually looks as if some sort of water tank or something like that.
Isn't that bizarre?
Whatever this thing is, it's one of the many mysterious structures found on Google Earth at the Mojave Desert, and if we take a look around, we'll find many others. The thing is, there's something really strange about this place, and it seems that most hikers and explorers seem to agree. It's not just a vast, desolate landscape. There's something eerie about the disappearances and sightings in this region that makes it one of the most mysterious places in the United States. In your opinion, what could have happened to the experienced hiker Kenny Veach? Could it be that he accidentally fell into one of these mines while searching for the M Cave, or did something else happen to him? And what mysteries do you think lie beneath some of these mysterious structures found
looks like
in
Nazca,
the Mojave Desert?
Nazca-ish.
This is it for now, but we do have more videos. Don't forget.
Alright, guys. Let me just find the.
The greatest form of control is where you think you're free when you're being fundamentally manipulated and dictated. One form of dictatorship is being in a prison cell and you can see the bars. The other one is sitting in a prison cell but you can't see the bar, you think you're free. What the human race is suffering from is...
Cheers, guys. Yeah, cheers, FPV. Suits, Tony, Dan.
Hypnotized by people...
Laura, Lev.
Newsreaders, politicians, teachers, lecturers.
Slow Suits.
We are in a country and in a world that is being
Peter.
run by unbelievably
Marlene.
sick people. The chasm between
Jack,
what we're told is
Martin,
going on and what
Honor,
is really going on
Logical.
is absolute.
Everyone else that come in as well. Cheers, guys. Much appreciated. Thanks.
It's like we all know what's going down, but no one's saying shit what happened to the home of the brave. These motherfuckers, they controlling us now, and no one's talking
It's a shame. It's a shame the internet went down.
And everybody's just
Hey,
walking
don't
around,
know
and the clouds who wanna wake up to a dead in the grave. But then it's too late, we need to be ready to raise up. Welcome to
Hey, cheers, Dave. Much appreciation, mate. Thanks for coming in, dude.
Everybody is slaves. Only some are aware that the government releasing poison in the air. That's the reason I collect so many guns in my lair. I ain't never caught slipping, never underprepared. Yeah, they shade sign on me. They just spray it proudly. George Bush, the grandson of Alistair Crowley. They want you to believe the lie that the enemy Saudi. The enemy ain't Saudi, the enemy around me. It's fluoride in the water, but nobody know that. It's also a prominent ingredient in Prozac. For real? How could any government bestow that upon people who believe in political throwback? That's not all that I'm here to present you. I know about the Black Pope and Solomon's Temple. Yeah. About the Vatican assassins and how they will get you. And how they clone.
Hey, cheers, Liv. Cheers, dude.
It's like we all know what's going down, but no one's
I've forgotten anyone. I apologise. I can't go back into the other streets. So.
controlling us now, and no one's talking
No loads, big pond, one big pond.
And everybody's just walking around, heading the clouds who wanna wake up.
Honor. No, there's loads.
But then it's too late, we need to be ready to raise up. Welcome to the end.
Whoever built the pyramids had knowledge of electrical power. And you know that that's the information that they suppress and devour. Who you think the motherfuckers that crashed in the tower? Who you think that made it turn into ash in an hour? The same ones that invaded your own. The ones that never told you about the skeletons on the moon. Yeah, the ones that poison all the food you consume. The ones that never told you about the Mount Vesuvius tombs. The bird flu is a lie. The swan flu is a lie. Why would that even come as a surprise? Yeah, the beast has war, your wolf made you die. It caused cancer and it cost a lot of people their lives. Do y'all know about Bohemian Grove? How the
That's kind of spooky, Dan. That's kind of spooky.
in the public school system. I suggest you open up your ears and you listen.
It's like we all know what's going down, but no one's saying shit what happened to the home of the brave. These motherfuckers, they controlling us now, and no one's talking about how they made us modern day slaves. And everybody's just walking around, heading the clouds who wanna wake up to a dead in the grave. But then it's too late, we need to be ready to raise up. Welcome to the end of days.
The greatest hypnotist on planet Earth is a oblong box in the corner of the room. It
It is constantly telling us what to believe is real.
If you can persuade them that what they see with their eyes is what there is to see, you got them. Because they'll laugh in the face of an explanation that portrays the bigger picture of what's happening. And they have.
I don't think, no, it was actually Jaren, I think, was playing. Dan, I think it was Jaren was playing.
Did you know that government literally means mind control? They don't want you to find the road to find your soul. They knew you won't out if you knew you lived inside a dome. This is the reason why Copernicus designed the globe. It's mental imprisonment. Been 500 years and there still isn't any experiments to prove that his theory's legit.
Cheers, Jax. Thank you. Much appreciated for coming in. Yeah, I'm gonna have. I've just finished the coffee. I'm gonna have another one. My mate's coming round, so.
These astronomers contributed, but no facts. So I don't give a shit about a bit of it. I'm doing this for the world's benefit. Some won't get the message, they gon' read me wrong. They're illiterate, some can't read between the
Rudy talking Building 7.
So in time, I'ma feed their feeble minds. I'ma break them from the shackles, got the key to free their minds.
Was Building 7 the one that just dropped on its own? Or was that Building 7? I didn't touch it, it just dropped on its own.
Visas be declining this game. I'm giving this free as a mason. What's amazing, they was an astronaut gear up at the space station, faking, taking pictures, smiling faces. It's bad that some believe in space exploration. One made a mistake and rock this Masonic ring. You haven't seen, you got
yeah. That is very strange.
And bada boom and bada bing. I stand by these bars like I'm standing right by the bing. The Earth's flat.
Who was the Laura? You probably know a bit more than me. Who was the guy that said pull it, and he said they just pulled it. Yeah, and then the building come down. It was like
This ain't a theory, I get it from research facts. If Earth spins and so does the moon, we should see different sides of the moon, but we never.
Silverstein, that's it, yeah. That's it, that's the guy. He's the guy that did all the insurance on the building before, right? Something. If I remember correctly. It's such a long time since I looked into 9/11. It really is.
Show me where it curves at. Sir, black.
Tuesday bar.
Flat.
Live? Tuesday bars.
"25 years I've been on the force. I've seen every kind of sick, depraved act known to humanity, and still, when I see a black man walk by who has more money than me, I want to vomit my gizzards right into the gutter. But why? Maybe there is no reason. Maybe there's just a big blue ball out there that's mostly covered with water and we're just going along for the ride."
DJ Ill Will.
Oh, this is Bo Jiggling Bone in your mouth all day, every day. Hey, you tuned in to Fuck What You Heard Radio, where you can stick a dick in your ear and shut the fuck up, bitch. But anyway, we got your new K-Dot record. I know you in traffic. Where you at, baby?
Down Rosecrans, 87 Regal, sipping on a gold can, gun tucked like the fetal position. Top dog coalition, coexisting with the coldest whoever quoted from California district. Been a Kona like David Banner, I'm the owner of the marijuana aroma. You smelling, hit a donut, yelling, it's me, bitches. Who did it? I did it. Take them where they can't go. Like Planet Venus, leaning like a mad scientist. Laboratory bottles of empty Heineken, telling stories about the ones that came before me. Chinamen squinting this eye because I'm blooded. My shine is bigger than the striker lighting, and they like it him because I like to win, never lose. Put me on a pedestal, bet I pedal victories until I pedal off my shields. Welcome to the Lion's Room, challenge anybody who wanna try they luck, they get fucked up and all you heard was ooh. Say hello to the little big homie, and your reality ain't realer than this, homie.
Awesome, right. Get this done. There. Wood. Beautiful. Right, guys. Have a great day. I will see you Saturday, same time. Till then, take care. Hopefully, we won't have no internet problems. Well, we shouldn't have. I do apologise for that. But, yeah, for some reason it went down for 5 minutes. So, all right, guys. I will see you Saturday morning, same time.